Hi Ankit, here's an interview question for you. So let's suppose a scenario where you have to count the number of accounts that are associated with a contact. So how will you do this? Um, so to count the number of, I think, okay, it should be on contact. No, it should be on account. Yeah. No, contact. Final, yeah. No, account.
One eternity later.
Don't be like this guy. Let me show you how it's done.
Okay, so what Ankit should have asked the interviewer is, see, there's a relationship already present between account and contact. What is the relationship? The relationship is one to many. That is, one account can have multiple contacts. But what the interviewer is asking us is that count the number of accounts that are associated to a contact. So the answer will be one, right? Well, it depends on the interviewer. What I'm talking about is Ankit should have asked the interviewer, do you have multiple accounts as a related to a contact, right? Can multiple accounts be associated to a contact? Is that setting enabled in the org, right? If it is, then the answer would be a different answer. So let me show you first where the setting is. So this setting is actually under the account settings under the setup page. Okay, so here we have contacts to multiple account settings, and what this will do is it will allow multiple accounts to be associated to a single contact. Okay, so when you save that, this is the object that I'm talking about. It's called account contact relation. How this will look like is, first you need to go to a contact, go to the related list, and here actually we need to add that as related and see the related accounts that are associated to a contact, right? So as you can see right now we just have one account, single account, and that would be like a direct account, but you can add multiple accounts to it by creating new relationships. Okay, right, so you can have another account as a related record to this particular contact. Okay, now if you see, there's one direct and the another one is not direct, that is indirect, so it's like a relationship. Okay, and what's the name of the relationship? The name of this relationship is, or the object that is responsible for maintaining this relationship is called account contact relation, and this is the object where we need to write our trigger to count the number of accounts that are present or associated to a contact. So what we'll do is we'll create a new apex trigger called count, or better yet, account contact relation trigger, and this should be on account contact relation object. Submit that. So let's start with the trigger, right? We have this trigger on the account contact relation, and the events that we'll be looking at is after insert, that is when creating new relationships and deleting the existing relationship. Okay, what we'll do is firstly we'll create a set of contact IDs. Next, if the trigger is insert, we'll iterate over account contact relation. For the instance, trigger.new, and We'll start adding the contacts. Okay, this is for insert. Let's do same thing for delete, and in delete we'll have old because there is nothing called new in when it is deleted, right? Next we'll create a map of the count id along with an integer that will store the count of accounts, right? Okay, also at the same time we'll be creating an integer to count the accounts. All right, we'll iterate over this object, and the query that we'll be using is this. Now where condition would be of contact IDs, so let's get that in, and you need to also order it by, there's a field called is direct here. Let's go to this object and you can see this field called is direct. We'll order it by that. Next up, we'll just increase the count of this guy, and also we'll just be populating this map with the account ID along with the count itself. Okay, now this is the logic that we have built so far. Now what we need to do is just update the count of accounts. You'll have to create a field. I've already done that. Create a field called number of accounts, on contact object. Now we just need to populate this field, so let's iterate over the contacts. This is our field, let's get that. Also get account ID from contact where ID in, we'll again use con IDs. Okay, now just update this number of accounts with what, the value that is stored in the map. Okay, so here is the key and this is the value, so just get the value for it. Con dot account ID, this will give us the value. Now what we need to do, we just need to update all the contacts in one shot, so we'll create another variable. Now just see if the size is greater than 0. If it is, then just go on and update it. Okay, now let's try to see this out in action. We'll add one account, the count should display 2. Let's remove 1 and it should display 1. Just refresh this. Okay, so this is working as expected. So this is how you can tackle this interview question. Thank you, bye bye.